Two. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 521. And before I start, hit like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the 1804 Chapter 2. Now let's get it. So tonight, got a special guest coming to the show by the name of Mr. Al James. Been hearing great things about him, met him personally, and we finally got him on the show to interview him. And one thing about me is that I'm always going to support the hometown. So he's a very talented individual coming from our city of Saginaw. So we're going to bring him in here and we're going to check him out. Shout out to all the viewers, shout out to all the supporters and stuff like that. So we just finna have a good show, good energy, and just chat, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be fun. Y'all gonna enjoy yourselves who tune in. So but yeah, we gonna bring them in here. This is his first time on the show, so I give him a good welcome. Show him some good hospitality. So yeah, it's going down. Woo. But yeah, we just reached a good ass milestone on YouTube, and I appreciate everybody who watch the videos, who subscribe, and who support my movement. Because ain't a lot of people who understand the work and the sacrifice that comes with it. So I just want to make real great content for my followers, my listeners, and a little bit of everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna just wait for him to get in here. Okay, there he is. Let me invite him in here. Okay, there we go.
What's happening, brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Trying to get everything together over
Yeah,
here.
I feel it.
I'm gonna set it up like this, pocket. I'm sideways, but shit.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
charge. I gotta let it charge, so I'm gonna be sideways
Oh man, it's all good, man.
for sure.
I get it. Yeah, man. Welcome to the show, man. Finally.
Man, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Honestly, I've been tuning in for a little minute. Of course, not all of them because you've been on for a while, but I've been hip and I've been tuning in whenever I get the chance. This
Oh,
this
thank you,
this
man.
this episode, what number is this?
Oh, 522, man.
Man, I knew it was in the fives. That's why I was saying, man, golly, bro, been working.
Oh yeah, you got to, man.
Real talk.
That's why try to tell everyone, because people just be so worried about the support thing, and I tell everybody, like, you gotta make them support you. You gotta make them notice you, because
Hmm.
if you're not putting in the work, then your plea for support is pretty much non-existent. Like, you gotta take what's yours. If you want the respect, you gotta take it. You gotta demand it. You know what I'm saying? Through your work ethic, not your
Real talk.
vocals.
Real
So
talk. I always say the best marketing is just always do a great job.
absolutely,
When you got that type of reputation, that's how you get the word of mouth going for you. And the word of mouth is the best shit as far as any type of marketing scheme. Like if people listen to their own people more than faster than they're gonna listen to an advertisement or something like that. I mean, the people they trust. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
if your homeboy come up tell you, man, I heard, or if I had a homeboy say, man, we still got a new show that's popping type shit. That's the best advertisement you can get. You know what I mean? So you only get that type of shit from doing a great job consistently. That's what I believe.
for sure, man. Because it was funny because when I first started this, man, they laughed and they peeled me really bad and shit because they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I never say like, I was the first platform, but I would say that when I started, it was a hiatus. It was no platforms, no people interviewing people like that. It was like a quite spell. You know what I'm saying? It was a hiatus on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It was
but I always
definitely an
wanted,
empty space that needed to be filled.
yeah, and I wanted to do it.
Excuse
I always had the notion of talking to people. So that's why I wanted to do this and just really reach out to the community because it's not the civil rights movement no more where we can march, in
me. Yeah.
demonstrations and stuff like that. And I ain't taking no billy club to the head for anybody. So I wanted to just, figure out other ways and stuff like that
Right.
through my
I feel you.
activism. So I was just like, hey, let me start a show and, invite people on here, some real people, not paid actors, not no exaggerations and stuff like that. Because I really wanted to, just help people with just by making sure that they get their stories and just their testimonies out. So I was
Yeah.
able to just create something like that. But it was just the best thing that I've done because it was the first thing that I did for myself as a man. Just, how that is when, I know how that is, especially because you're an artist, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just with your music and stuff like that. I heard a lot of your music throughout the week and I was really impressed because you have your own style, you have your own originality, your
I
authenticity,
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. And we need that, because everybody sounding the same nowadays. you know,
No,
there's
I feel
no
what you
change.
mean by that, though. I feel exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah. So the first question I want to ask you, man, what made you want to do the music thing?
Mm. Uh, I always kind of have, bro. Like as far as rapping, at least, or just
Mm-hmm.
writing. Period. Well, I'm really into art, like pretty much like all forms of art. Like I love to paint and draw and shit like that, and write. I love creative writing. Creative writing. I used to dance as a kid. I used to act as a kid. I'm just got back into acting. Uh, like I just like art, period. But the music is like what of what I've always felt the best at, only because it's what I put my mind to it the most as a kid. Like as far
Mm-hmm.
as like writing down bars and stuff like that. Um, and finding out what bars are and actually studying the artists that I like, things like that. Because I'm a '90s baby, 2000s kid, so I was like coming up on like what we would consider like older stuff even for back then, but it was like not it wasn't too retro. Like I was in the Outkast and DMX and Bone Thugs and stuff like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've always been into the newer music because I was definitely bumping Ja Rule back then. But
Oh yeah, me too, man. I don't care
yeah,
what nobody
like
say. Y'all
yeah,
have
Ja
some
Rule
hits
came out, he was
though.
popping.
Yeah, he
When
had
it
them
came out, it was
hits.
popping,
Mm-hmm.
and I still bump a lot of that shit. Like, but it's just like pretty much how I was back then. Like, I always just listen to whatever's good. It ain't about what's new, what's old, what the genre is. Uh, I used to even sing a little bit as a kid, but now I don't I don't know. I don't even think about that type of shit no more. It's just I just be into what I'm into, really, bro. I don't even think about it. Like, I don't think about. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm just an artist, like at heart, as far as just being creative and like in spirit. Like, I don't know if rap didn't exist, I probably would be painting or something, or a sculptor,
Yeah.
or a blues magician. I'm not a magician, musician, or something like that. Like, I'm just an artist, but it comes from my family at that too.
Okay. That's dope, man. Cause yeah, I grew up. I would say in a music family, but nobody was musically inclined. But I
Mm,
was just so fascinated, just growing up in the '90s, man. Just '90s hip hop and R&B. It was just nothing like it. I don't think that will be ever duplicated or just produced again. Just the
yeah,
music, and
nah, it won't.
no doubt. And my mom, man, she would like practically have the radio on every day. Like I'm surprised our
Yeah,
consumers won like $1,000 because she had that radio on every day, all day, every day. Just,
that's how it is. My parents the same way. They like that
mm-hmm,
to this day, where they don't turn the radio off.
mm-hmm,
Like, it's always on, even if they not in the room. It's always on. Like, music is like really important in our family. So I don't know what that is. Like, we just moved by it, and without music throughout your day, it kind of, I don't know. Me personally, it kind of fucked me up. Like,
yeah,
I gotta have music, and it's a conscious thing with me. It ain't even like I ain't like nothing's inspiring me, so I'm depressed or some shit. Like, it's like literally, I ain't made no music, or I ain't heard no good music or something like that. So now I'm mad, or I'm sad, or like, it's literally like that with a lot of us in our family. But me, I know personally, speaking for myself, I get I gotta have music around, but I think it's just because of how we was raised. It's always there, like 24/7. It like that radio don't turn off. So is that's just who we are, music. I mean, with that energy.
okay, man, I feel it. And so, what was the year that pretty much was like the breakout year? Like, what made you just really started to, you know, become an artist, and what was like the process of making like first demo or your first
Mm.
project and stuff like that? Because everyone thinks this shit is easy,
Yeah,
and
nah,
they
hell
totally
no.
they totally have this misconception that, oh, you rap, so you know how hard could that be? And I tell them because I made my first track a year ago, and when I
Mm,
tell you the process of that, man, even though I wrote it, well, my verse and stuff like that, I wrote my verse because I had a beat on
mm,
me for 5 years because my little cousin made it, and I was carrying that beat for 5 years, didn't know what to do with it or anything like that. But luckily, when I decided to go to the studio, because I went to the studio with Kid Calhoun, shout out to him. But he was like, "What you got?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing, man. I've just been carrying this beat with me for 5 years. I know what to do with it." He's like, "Well, play it on the speaker. Let me hear it."
mm, mm.
And he was like, "Oh, that shit dope. Nobody ever did that before, man. That's right. Let's do something with it." So I kind of felt like I got put on the spot. I was like, "For real?" You know what I'm saying? Because you know how you can be put on the spot and you weren't expecting it, but it was like
Yeah,
I can't bitch out now, so I gotta deliver. I gotta do it or whatever. But
yeah.
it was sweet, man. It was cool. So I wanted to ask you, so what was like the process of like your first song that you worked on and recording it and getting it out there? Do you have like a
Uh,
story like that?
The first song I ever recorded, I was like the first song I ever recorded before I was even doing this with anybody was I was 13, and I was just literally in I used to just buy stupid ass shit like because I was just always passionate about this shit. So one day I had a little microphone that was like I don't remember where the fuck I got this from. I got a little microphone. It was this thing called the Hit Kit, and it had a microphone and this little software, and I got it from fucking Barnes and Nobles or something like that, or Borders or something. I forgot where the fuck I was at. It was a bookstore, and I just I ended up downloading Mixcraft after that and used that microphone, and then I was just making shit when I was 13, and but that was my first time like because I was even making beats on that, so that was like my first time feeling like damn I just made a song. But like the first serious thing I ever did was I ended up in a group that was in high school, and that had to be about 3 years later. Yeah, that was 3 years later. And I was 16, and one day I just thought, I just want to get into this. I would just want to dive deep into this rap shit, basically, because that's who I am. I'm just trying to figure out. Like I was when you 16, you trying to figure out what you're gonna be doing for your life for real, for real. So it's like I was at a point where I don't give a fuck about none of this sports shit like that. Like I'm portraying to be. Like I don't give a fuck about school like that. Like I'm just good at it, but I don't give a fuck about that. Like I'm in music, bro. So that's what I just dove into. And but it was really because that year that's literally 11 years ago today. I lost my big brother, and it was like I started back in those days when I was like making music and shit and writing and all that, and like when I was young, like 7 years old and 8 and all that, I was with him, and he taught me how to freestyle and all that shit. So it was like when he was gone, it was like let me get into what I'm really into so I can feel comfortable with life. I stopped hooping for a while, all that shit, but it was just music. Like when I thought back to what I wanted to be when I was younger, it was always just, and it made sense to me. It was always music. Like it wasn't like just some random motherfucking kid saying I want to be a rapper or the next Jay-Z. It wasn't even like that. It was just this is what I do already. That's how I looked at it. So I ended up linking up with my best friend at the time, and we still like brothers to this day. Like since then, pretty much. My dog Tyler, TY, that's what we called him back then. But I went to his crib, bro, and we just like did this little freestyle. And my whole thing was, bro, let's just make a group. And then one of our mutual friends was his cousin, but my friend was also there. He go by Manboy now, but he was also there. And I just realized, man, this nigga be rapping with us too. So we might as well just, you want to rap, bro? So we just started a group, and we just was like click tight ever since then. But what happened was motherfuckers just grow and you get older, and we ended up separating the group pretty much as far as like being like a full unit. Like everybody's going through life, so like it wasn't nobody's fault. We never like broke up. We still brothers and shit. But it's like it's just life. That shit just life, bro. So now I'm just you know making music, doing what I do. Manboy still making music. TY still making music. He just on another wave with it. But I'll be checking his shit out too, cause I know he be listening to mine, so I be listening to his. But I listen to everybody's shit for real, for real. Everybody that like my brothers.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, because I can relate to you with losing your older brother. I lost mine. It'd be 8 years this year since he been gone, and I tell everyone, like, you think you've been through some shit, you have no idea. Because it's kind of
Yeah, shit.
like,
It's a weird feeling, bro.
yeah, it's kind of like it's going through something like that. You just be so parallel to people's pain. You know, just the stuff that people complain about on a daily basis. It's kind of like, you know, you kind of complaining, bro. You know, you're not really like in shambles like that, and
Right.
you just, I don't know. It don't make you cold, but it makes you like, you know,
It make you
it
a
hardens you.
little cold sometimes, depending on who you is. Like I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, I ain't become I ain't become cold, but I grew up fast
yeah,
because of that shit. So it was like I no longer felt like a kid no more.
mhm,
Uh,
right,
and then like just I don't know, like and that's just thinking back on it. Like ain't I don't like a lot of times I don't even remember a lot of my childhood. If I'm trying too hard to think about it, like somebody gotta mention something and then it all just come right back to me. But it's like subconscious and it has to be brought to my conscious basically. But like everything before this day 11 years ago, bro, that shit it'd be like a blur sometimes. Just because like you had them you understand like you had the moments where something happened and your whole life changed. And it's
hmm
like, nigga, what just happened? And you also know you can't even go back to being the same person you was if you want to survive. And like depending on the situation, like my situation was like I didn't want to be uh I'm trying to word this right without seeming insensitive about the shit. But I didn't want to be like a statistic in
right,
a way.
hmm
Whereas like I ain't want to be like nobody I was in pain over,
yeah,
basically.
like a cripple, you know,
Yeah, but
and
not necessarily. More like I ain't want to be one of these niggas out here dead, basically. So
right,
I did a lot is, of changing,
hmm
but as far as just how I thought about shit and how like even some of the things I done, like I never speak on nothing like that, but just
of
period,
course
like
not, of
yeah,
course not.
yeah, it's just period, like I done went out on my own and just done things out that's out of my character. Just well, what used to be out of my character. You know what I mean?
Hmm
And really, I
Yeah,
do it on really a lot of those times back in those days. I was by myself simply because I knew that wasn't me. Like it,
hmm
like I'm angry about something, and I don't need to hear nobody. I don't need to hear the lecture about it from nobody. So any little bullshit that caused, I was by myself for the most part.
oh yeah, and I would say just with my situation, bro, I was for the first time I was wounded. I was vulnerable to the point that I couldn't even sleep at night because I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. It wasn't like he got shot or he was sick. It just happened suddenly, and it rocked my entire life, my entire world, and people just was expecting me to go back to normal, and I was like, "What's normal? I don't know what normal is anymore." And it was just one of those things that I knew that I had to, you know, just like you said, I had to grow up. So partying all night and bullshitting, messing around, lollygagging, it was over.
Hmm.
I had to step up to the plate. I had to step up because it was only three of us. Well, it's four of us from my father's side, but out of my mom's side, it was three of us.
I feel you.
So I was the last and only son left. So I had to be somebody. I couldn't be no statistic. I couldn't be no bum. I couldn't be no um, undesirable out here. So I had to think fast. And you really don't have the time to plan things out. It just comes rapidly, and I got scared. I was scared because it's like I'm the youngest, so I was always chilling. You know, I was always kind of playing my part of
Mm-hmm.
letting my older siblings take care of the responsibilities as far as the family goes and stuff like that. It was the family coming in me now for solutions and for advice and for money, for fellowship, and I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
handle it. I was like, why y'all coming to me? I don't know what to do, you know. But I know
Yeah.
what to do now. But I feel exactly what you're saying, and it just kind of like put you in a bubble to everybody else who's on the outside looking in. They telling you that, oh, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be fine. I'm like, shit, I don't know that. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out what to do. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to snap out of this sadness, this depression,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
dark place. And
Yeah, I was
people,
fucked up about it for a long ass time.
mm-hmm, oh
But
yeah,
it's just some shit, bro. Nowadays I look at it like a lot of this shit happens. I mean, I believe everything happened for a reason. But I'm
me too.
not the one to say like I'm not the one in the know of that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's true. That's just what I
Mm-hmm.
believe. So with that, bro, that kind of like that give you like some type of comfort, bro, because it's like that happened and taught you some shit. As fucked up as it was, like it taught you how to be exactly who you are today. You ain't know you was gonna be that, but you probably wouldn't want to be no different. But at the same time, it's more than likely just who you meant to be. I mean, things happen, bro. I believe everything just what really matters is how we react to it. I always say that like that was like the worst part of my brother's death was how I reacted to it. Cause or anything, bro. Like just if I look like if I go back on it now, I wouldn't change anything but how I reacted to it. Cause I wasn't there to control it. So I wouldn't worrying about changing that shit. That's just not how I think. But how what I'm in control of, basically. Like when that
Mm-hmm.
shit happened, that shit kind of shut me down for a little minute. And I would like
Yeah,
to go back to that point sometimes if there is a possibility, if that was a possibility to like go back in time and change some shit, that'd be the only thing it would be like how I reacted. I wouldn't be able to change how I felt, but just what I did in response
yeah,
to the shit.
yeah. And you know, I really wish it was a like a time travel or a time machine. Because a lot of things I would have done differently. I would have had reached out more. I would have had put our petty differences aside and just really told him that I love him, he got my support, because I really thought my big brother was invincible because he never showed
Yeah,
his vulnerable side to me. Because in a way, it was like I just thought that he was indestructible because he was this big old strong dude. Like I would say in my family, man, he was the strongest man in my family. Like
mm-hmm.
the stuff that I saw him lift, man, that dude could bench press like over 500 pounds, like just benching, like no spotter, no nothing.
Yeah,
And he never put his hands on me because he knew that he could beat the crap out of me, break every
yeah,
bone in my body. Luckily for that, like I never got into a fist fight, wrestling match with him or nothing like that. But we argued, we shouted at each other and stuff like that. But I miss him. I miss the fact that just when I had a bad day and stuff like that, he knew what to say to give me that reassurance that everything was going to be all right.
mm-hmm.
And I had my
Same,
moments,
bro.
yeah. And I have a moment when I'm going through things need that, and I have to figure it out on my own and for myself. And that's the thing that nobody can ever do. Nobody can replace that. And I don't want nobody to replace that. And
Right.
just his birthday and his anniversary come, it hits me like it just happened. Just
Mm-hmm.
just today or just yesterday, you know, and
Yep. I
and
feel
I just
I feel that way today. For real,
yeah.
for real.
It's just no matter what, man. It's just no matter how old we get, bro. And it takes me back to being a little kid with my stepfather, like, who passed away as well. But it took me back as a kid when his brother passed away, and this man was in his 60s, and
Mm-hmm.
I watched him go through that because he was a strong, fearful man as well in my life. But just to see him like go through the grief process with losing weight and just not eating, and because there was some days I saw him like, because he was like a real sharp dresser. But it was some
Mm-hmm.
days like he came over to the house just wearing anything, not
Yeah.
combing his hair, not shaving and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, like what's going
Yeah.
on with you? I
Just
ain't never
not being
seen it.
himself.
But I
Yeah,
didn't
completely
get it.
down.
I didn't get it until I was inside the scope, and that's why I don't act like I'm better than anybody. I don't mess with nobody, and I'm damn sure don't pick on nobody because you never know what people going through internally.
Right. I'm
So
short as hell, so I ain't never that's never even been my style, no way. So
yeah,
real
it's
shit.
funny. It's funny because like I'm big as hell. You know my stature, but it just everybody always attack me because people would think I'm the bully, but I'm not ever been no bully. If anything, I'm a gentle giant, man. But if you fuck with
Yeah.
me or you pick on somebody that I love, yes, the beast gonna come
Yeah,
out.
big dudes get tried too. Cause I used to be the little dude trying the big dudes first. So I don't get tried first.
Yeah, of course. But once you get to know me, man, I'm
Mm-hmm.
so down to earth. I'm cool. I'm charismatic and stuff like that. Like, I get, I won't say tried, but I get tested. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Every day and shit like that. But I know when to pick and choose my battles now. I
Yeah.
don't react to everything, but it's
Yeah,
just
you
a
get
lot of
tried
people.
less. You get tested a lot less when you grown. Like
Mm-hmm.
most motherfuckers ain't on that, ain't thinking about you. That's really all it be.
No, I ain't thinking about even the people that like crossed me back in the day. You won. You know what I'm saying? Best revenge is success,
Yeah,
and my success is proving how much I have prevailed through it all, and it's just really just trying to get the message across about mental health, man, and depression, man, because that's taboo in our communities. Because we taught that we got to be strong, we have to be providers, we have to be protectors, and this and that. We can't show our emotions and this and that, and that's the wrong thing to tell a child, you know, boy or
yeah.
girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's the wrong thing to tell any human for real. Shit, I just I've been to therapy a few times this year. Uh,
Hmm.
that was my first time fucking with it. It helped, honestly.
Yeah.
Shit. Uh, like normally I'm a little more chipper than this. It's just today, just one of them days. But the fucking the therapy actually helped. Like as far as figuring out my own shit, as far as the mental shit. I
Hmm.
mean, ain't nothing I like broadcasted either. Like the even going to get help. But I don't know. Since then, it's like I really needed that shit, and that's why I was like not talking about it. But now it's like I think we all need that shit after going like all us meaning the black community. I think we all need some type of therapy. I mean, all therapists ain't gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's some stuff I ain't like about my therapist, but it's just I know what to take from it. But I think it's some shit we should all do. Even if you don't do that, we just need somebody to talk to for real, to actually figure this shit out. Not no ignorant motherfuckers.
No.
Like, you gotta actually talk to somebody to help you figure your shit out. Even if they ain't saying nothing, bro. Like, you gotta have a motherfucking the wherewithal in your own mind to just say, to realize what you saying about yourself. 'Cause that's really all therapy be doing for real, bro. They don't be talking to you. They just listen to you and explain to you what you just said about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And now you kind of understand. Like, but I think it's like, because you can try that shit with your loved ones and like just talking to them and everything, but we don't have an understanding of like, not always, we don't always have an understanding of like, this is a person going through something. They not just, a lot of people look at it as like you unloading a bunch of shit on them. And
Mm-hmm.
really, that ain't the case. Like, that could be the case, but it's like, nigga, I have to unload this shit on somebody, bro. Like, on something, because I'm gonna explode type shit. That's really, and we all going through that to an extent. It's
Yeah.
just some worse than others. But we all like got a severe case of the shit. As far as like the PTSD, like I didn't even know I had PTSD and all that shit. But it was
Yeah.
bad. Like I ended up finding out it was bad. Like it had a lot to do with my personality nowadays as an adult, and the things I look at and think about, and the way I move and all that shit. I had to realize a lot of that shit ain't normal. But it's just, I mean, I already know like a lot of the shit in the hood ain't normal. But it's like you don't even think about the shit that you do, that you didn't like got from this environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not normal. And now I realize why certain people look at me crazy. Like, or because at first I ain't know what the fuck. Like, I ain't know what people, like, motherfuckers been calling me crazy my whole life, bro. And I ain't never understood that shit, honestly. I always just was being me. I even try to portray myself as to not be, um, I try to portray myself to be a little more cool than I actually am. Not as far as like swag and shit, but like as far as like level headed
Mm-hmm.
and calm. Like I try to portray, like I try to give off that type of energy, like a calmer energy than I actually am. And I don't know, bro. Like I really don't even know where I was going with that, but
Oh,
I think
you good,
we
man.
all just, I think we all just need to talk to people and just figure ourselves out. Basically, we
Yeah.
don't know ourselves. That's why we don't love ourselves, and that's why it's hard to love the next motherfucker.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you what was like your symptoms, because my symptoms was I was thinking everybody was trying to attack me and shit, and I would be like in my head for a number of hours and just
Uh,
not be processing stuff. Like I could work a whole day, bro, but I would not say anything to nobody. I would be in my own little world. I would still be able to perform on the job. So when I figured out something was wrong with me, was my supervisor came up to me and he was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." He was like, "You've been quiet for 6 hours. You okay?"
that's a
and I,
long ass time to be quiet though.
but it went on for like a few months,
Yeah.
and yeah, it went on for a few months, and I started breaking out like in hives, like all over my body, losing my hair and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and gaining weight. I gained like 70 pounds from my brother's death to, I would say, my grandmother passing. So a lot of people noticed it. I didn't notice it, but the phone calls stopped. the text messages stopped, the inboxes stopped, and I was left to deal with it by myself. But I was still a mess, and I was just
Yeah.
losing friends. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody was like, "Well, that nigga tripping." I'd have thought he would have got some closure by now. And I was just saying to myself, like, what kind of shit is that? You know, what kind of crude shit to say to somebody? Like, ain't no time limit on this shit.
Right.
This
No, it's
ain't no
real talk.
goldfish that died or no pet. This is my brother. We have the same parents.
Yeah. Like
So
it
I
don't
don't know.
it never go away. Like it's just how you deal with it. Like as far as, are you healthy afterwards? I mean, like is your mind right? That's really the only thing that fucking matter, bro. You ain't gonna really make that pain go away. And,
Mm-mm.
and it ain't even gonna change like as far as like the severity of how much it hurt. It's just literally how you deal with it. Like two
Mm-mm.
motherfuckers can go through the same shit. You ever seen a motherfucker like some motherfuckers not even, let's take our experiences out of it. Some people just like you can have a motherfucker get a flesh wound from a bullet, screaming, crying their ass off. You can get another motherfucker get the same flesh wound, same spot, same type of bullet, and they not necessarily expressing that type of pain, even though
Mm-hmm.
they feel it probably just as much as this motherfucker, or more than likely just as much as this motherfucker that's screaming. But it's just everybody's different. That's what I'm getting at. Like everybody process pain differently.
Yeah. And it just don't work out because it's just being my size and stuff like that. And my
Yeah.
big ass was crying like a baby. I swear to God, man, like when I got the news, it was
Yeah.
like I saw a PowerPoint presentation of when I first was held in his arms to the last time I saw him. Just all
Mm-hmm.
the shit that I forgot about, like that was in my subconscious.
Yeah.
It all hit me
All that
down,
shit flash before your eyes when you hear about that type of shit. All right,
man. And I just remember just felt like I was having a heart attack and I couldn't breathe. And I just curled into a ball and just was shouting and screaming. And I was with somebody that I used to kick it with, man. And he thought I was joking around, and because I never cried in front of him, I
I was
don't
about to say you
cry in
about
front of
never
people.
seen you like that.
Mm-mm. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't even talk. And all I remember was that because we was together, we was on break at our job and shit. So I remember that he called our supervisor because he was like, "Hey man, I gotta take Will home, man. His brother just passed away." And at first, he didn't believe him because we were just talking about my brother. Me, my supervisor, was just talking about my brother because we got into a real bad argument, and we both said that we hated each other. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, nigga, F you, you know what I'm saying? You ain't shit. And this and that. You know what brothers do. You know, we fight with our sisters
Mm-hmm.
and shit. But when he died, just a few hours later, it just hit me like, damn, I just said that shit. Like,
Yeah.
the guilt hurt than anything. And that's why I reacted the way I reacted because I didn't have a chance to call him back and say, hey, man, I'm sorry, man, I apologize, and this and that. I was just mad or this and that. You know, I didn't have an opportunity to say that, but everybody that was at the funeral, bro, they were just all telling me like, "Hey man, y'all just brothers. That's what y'all do." You know, shit, my brother called me a bitch, and I know he didn't mean it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't take that personal and shit. I was like, but I know what you're saying, but it just, so I'll be really careful with my dialogue, man. Now I'll be careful
Yeah, I feel
how I
that.
leave how I live with people, bro. Like especially if I love them to death, I be careful what I say to them because it's important that you realize that it only takes a few seconds to lose somebody.
Real talk.
So you gotta
Real
really be
talk.
careful how you do that, man. Because I had no idea I was going to react that way. So that's why I'm like making
Because you ain't
sure
know it was
that
gonna
I leave.
happen. Shit.
No, it was really it was crazy. And I always tell people don't make plans because you know what I'm saying. Plans always changing on your ass. Because the day that you really anticipating going to be the last time you see a person, or you may lose your mama, your daddy, or your sister, your brother, your kid, or somebody. So
Mm.
not wishing that on nobody, but that could happen to you. And because it was Halloween when that happened,
Yeah.
and I had plans that day. I had
Yeah.
makeup on and shit because I was just like dead president and shit that
Mm-hmm.
day because they let us wear our Halloween costumes. So
Yeah.
it was it was a good ass day. And then he died like
It's
ten
always like that.
thirty, yeah, 10:38 that
Yeah.
morning. So from 10:38 that morning, I had this strange feeling before I even got the phone call, bro. I had a strange feeling something wasn't right, but I was still trying to like, live out my day and stuff like that, and still work, and it was just hitting
Mm-hmm.
me tough.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you, just more about just like your artistry, because I don't want to make it like a sad episode, you know what I'm saying? But
Right. I knew we
I
was gonna
want,
move on. You know.
but so like as far as like your performances and your shows and stuff like that, what is
Mm.
like the preparation, like what you like to do before a show?
Uh, uh, I spend all day pretty much quiet as hell. I
Hmm.
don't know what that is, bro. Like it's probably anxiety. I ain't gonna lie, because there ain't no conscious shit that I try to do. I be quiet as fuck when I got a show, and it could be at midnight. I'm gonna spend all fucking day quiet, bro. Like I'm gonna say some things, but I'm not gonna be like myself. Motherfuckers,
Hmm.
like, what you got going on today? Oh, I got a show. You got a show? Like I ain't even gonna talk about it because it's like I'm thinking about it so much, like thinking about doing good and all that type of shit. And then when I actually get to take my mind off it a little bit. Like the most noise I make is I rehearse my sets and shit.
Hmm.
So I take I take them in the car and because I ain't got no space to rehearse or no shit like that.
Okay.
But I care about the craft enough to like I'll be wanting to rehearse. Like that's like my type of shit. I love performing and shit. So uh I go in the car, bro, and I just drive around to my whole set and I pretty much just rap all the way through. And anybody who ever's like seen any of my shows, like I do like just instrumentals and shit. Like I don't really have like my voice on it. That's one reason why I kind of be needing to practice. So like not to remember the words, but like breath control and things like that.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I I really like dial in on it like before a show. I try not to get too fucked up. I try not to eat. Because I done all that type of shit. Like just from experience, like I just try to be clear minded, um, damn near an empty stomach, because it's like I'm gonna go up there and I don't know what that's about, but like I'm gonna go up there and like it's like your back against the wall, bro. Like so it's like you're
Yeah.
gonna go up there and I'm hungry literally. So I'm gonna be hungry up here and you gonna feel that energy.
Yeah.
And I don't know because like people notice like after my performances I'll be grubbing, but it'd be because I ain't ate all motherfucking day, bro. Like it's like like I really dial in on just that moment for the day. If it's a 6 minute set, 30 minute set, I don't give a fuck how long it is. I'm gonna be like that the whole day.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's crazy because, I watched you perform and
Mm-hmm.
yours was so organic because it didn't have your vocals on the track. And that's
Appreciate
how it was
that.
back. Oh, no problem, bro. And that's how it was back in the old days. People just had instrumentals You know what I'm saying? They sounded differently, but it was them, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
not, nowadays, you don't have that. You have a lot of artists performing with their vocals and they're ad
Yeah, bro.
libbing,
I like to go
and
to
they're not to
shows
my
to hear
beat.
what an artist gonna do different anyway.
Yeah, me
Sometimes,
too.
like a lot of, I think that's what a lot of people love about live performances. Um,
Hmm.
from professionals at least, because most of them still do that. I ain't gonna say for like newer artists, because I be from what I ain't ever seen that in person,
Hmm.
but I've seen like I've seen LL, Ice Cube, and Dub C, De La Soul, Public Enemy, and I've seen Scarface live. Those are the only acts I've ever seen live. So other than local shit, so those dudes do it just like how I do. Like I studied that when I was there. Like as far as okay, this feel different. Like it's still this song I love. He rapping it how he feel like it, but this shit that's making it special. Like this is a special moment that I'm glad
Hmm.
I paid for that type shit, and that's how I look at it. Like most most of these shows I go to, bro, a lot of them are showcases and stuff like that. Like sometimes I
Hmm.
go in the crowd know who I am, but like if you go to a showcase, you're really trying to win the crowd over because they don't know who you are. So
Hmm.
I just look at it like I'm gonna treat y'all like y'all do know who I am, but that's gonna make me go even crazy. Like I'm gonna be comfortable in front of y'all. I want to give everybody a special moment so that you like make it personable. Like I even talk to the crowd, but just make it an experience. Like it ain't just gonna be me standing on stage rapping along to my music. And that ain't no slight to no artist. If that don't apply to you, let it fly. Cause there's a lot of artists I like as far as locally, I watch them do just that. And I'm still entertained by it because they still up there performing. Like they ain't just standing up there like it's some karaoke shit. But
Hmm.
if you just up there doing the karaoke thing, that's when I end up leaving. Or at least walking out. And you start seeing other people doing that. It don't just be me. I ain't an asshole. It's just this ain't an
Hmm.
experience. This ain't entertaining. And motherfuckers don't be getting that. And because you supposed to entertain us. You ain't supposed to beg us to sit up here and watch you. You supposed to entertain us and make us wanna watch you. That's the whole point. A motherfucker paid to come see you.
Hmm.
So treat it like that. I mean, they don't have to be there. That's how I look at it.
Oh, for sure, man. The best performance as far as like a concert that I ever saw was Tupac at the House of Blues, man, live.
You saw that?
Like, well, not
Oh, like
like
on the
live
yeah,
in
yeah, I know what
person,
you mean.
but like,
Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
his
I know what you
energy,
mean, bro.
but his energy, man, just like he sounds just like the record and
Yeah.
just
Then he got that
going all out.
energy. Yeah, like you said, he got that energy. You could yeah, I know what you're talking about. That you talking about the one we had on the white jeans and pretty much nothing
Yeah.
else. Yeah, he had a fly ass belt and nothing else. That was it. That that nigga was going crazy though. I know what you're talking about. Cause I still pull that up sometimes. That the what's that shit? Hard Knock Life shit.
Oh,
The
Jay
Hard
Z.
Knock Life tour, the
Yeah,
backstage documentary they had. I still watch
yeah.
that a lot. Like I watch shit like that before shows. Like
Mhm,
I watch performances and
mhm.
shit about performances and other artists doing their thing basically. To get my juices going pretty much.
Yeah. It's just nothing. It's just nothing like that nowadays. Not saying that people can't duplicate that, but some stuff is just
A
an
lot of people ain't
experience, like you said.
trying to.
No,
Like,
no,
like a lot of people ain't even trying to duplicate or elevate. Like they
no.
just being lazy with it. Not
Oh, no
everybody,
doubt.
but a lot
No.
are. Like it's the truth of the matter.
Oh, for sure, man. And when I went to the showcase last week, I would say it was only two people that really got my attention. It was my new homeboy, what's his name? Well, he was the only white guy there. But we clicked, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And because I was like sitting down, but then I got up and just was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, record this. Because I was trying to record, but I was, moving. I was hyped, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't
Yeah.
want to mess up the footage, but he did his thing. And Max Silly, man, I love Max Silly. His
Oh yeah.
energy, man.
Yeah.
He cold,
Maxwell crazy. Yeah.
crazy.
That's my
So
dog.
yeah, mine too, man.
He just
But
beat me in he just beat me in a cornhole tournament.
yeah,
So
but it's
he
just,
been talking mad shit about that, just that. But and if I see this nigga, that's what he the champ is here. But fuck all that.
yeah, that's why I love to make these compilations, man. Because I'm on my fourth one right now, but I just love to be the executive producer on these projects because people like, oh, what you do? And I'm like, I'm an executive producer, and they laugh. They like, oh, that ain't talent. That don't take no work. Oh, yes, it does, because I'm
Yeah, it does.
actually listening to these songs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I'm trying to make it as huge as possible. Trying to make it 30 tracks, and I got my first host for this mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got DJ Fresco on the, what I'm saying,
Yeah, I gotta get you a
hosting.
song. I gotta get a song over there. I just finished. Uh, I just finished my own tape. We ain't
Hmm.
announcing it yet, but I ain't because it's a special type of thing. But I
Hmm.
just finished my own little project that I'm doing with some people. So that's why it's kind of been slow on the music that I supposed to been sending to people because there's a few people that I supposed to been working with for real, for real. I ain't gonna lie, you one of them.
Yeah, thank you, man. But yeah, bro, I just love it because it's like just to have a major signed artist on the second one. He's
Mm,
signed a Trick Daddy and stuff like that in Miami. But I hit him
okay.
up and just asked him like, "Hey, bro, my name is so and so. This is what I do, and I would like to have one of your tracks on my project." And he was like, "Oh, so what you do and stuff like that." So I told him what I did and stuff, and he was cool with it. He was like, "All right, do what you do, bro. Just let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see what you how it look and stuff like that. But I got you." But that was cool that he gave me the green light and just a whole lot of people, man, just meeting them and stuff like that
yeah.
and networking
That make
them.
you go harder on getting it right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I just want every track to mean something. I want everybody to just be able to showcase their gifts and their abilities, man. And
I
that's
feel
what
it.
and that's what it's about. Just we have so
Yeah,
much talent here, and
yeah,
I, and I just want to be able to just share it with everybody and just say like we don't just kill each other here. We show love. You know what I'm
hmm,
saying? We actually have friendships here, and we got alliances. So that's what I do,
yeah,
and I just love it, man. And it's cool because I don't feel like it's just one of those things that I would say as a city, if we don't come together on anything, we come together off the strength of music. Some bullshit, but
yeah,
actually have a music scene here. We have talented people here too. So,
yeah.
hmm but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
man.
something I've been noticing too. Like anytime people come together around here, uh, it's kind of involving music somehow
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. Like it used to be. I ain't gonna lie, it used to be basketball. It
Hmm.
was always some type of basketball tournament or motherfucking a big ass pickup game somewhere, or something like that. But ever since they kind of took the gyms and rec centers and all that good shit away, we've been kind of just trying to find something else, like a whole nother identity. Because like only good thing everybody ever known about Saginaw was sports. And I don't know, bro. When you lose that, because you got to think we lost schools, right? Like programs, all types of shit. So we just seen a decline in the one thing that we was the shit at. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like it's like trying to find a whole nother identity that's positive. You know what I mean? Like nowadays so many motherfuckers outside this bitch, they don't even. I used to hear so much about the basketball teams and shit like that. Now I'm not even talking about that type of shit no more. They be talking about the violence, what they see on the news or whatever the fuck, like, or asking you weird ass questions. That's really what it be. But like, I don't know, bro. Like, we don't have a positive identity yet. At least not anymore. And I think the music is helping with that. For real, for real.
Yeah, it is. And, people like me, people like Yak, and a whole bunch of people, man, we trying to come together and stuff like that. Because I realized that I couldn't, or I can't do this alone. I can't do this by myself. So,
same. None of us can. We have no platform really, like as far as every platform we have, bro, we all created from the ground up. And we kind of just we have to share those resources, basically. Like, simply because we all coming from nothing. Like, we all getting it out the mud right now. So we have to share those resources. There's a lot of us out here doing that. But I think it'll be even more of a thing, like more of a common thing when people stop looking at it like a competition. So then a motherfucker who a little more deserving can get a certain resource that other motherfuckers ain't gonna get, and nobody gonna treat them a different way. You know what I mean? Because we ain't really there yet. But
no,
there's a lot of shit that we could all utilize here that we all doing, that if we just came together, it can be this big ass machine.
And I've been doing that, and just with the celebrities that I have on the show, you know what I'm saying? I always rep Saginaw. I always tell them where I'm from, and after all my accolades, bro, I'm still humble. I'm still approachable. I'm still reachable. I'm not on my high horse and stuff like that. And
I feel you.
I'm willing to collaborate and work with anybody as long as you have some sense, as long as you're serious. But I love working with new people and working with new people, man. And I just think that if people got off that celebrity thing, or that they made it or blew up, then we can get to where we need to go. But it just starts with the mindset first, because if your heart ain't in it, then your mind is ain't in it, and your physical ain't gonna last. Because you gotta be able to understand that, okay, I may not be like this person, so let me find what I can bring to the table. How can I make a contribution to the culture, or to the city, or to the brand, as far as the media bracket? Because everybody wants something that's going to be profitable, of course, but they want to know what you can bring to the table. And I already showcased and proved what I can bring to the table. But at the end of the day, it's all about your catalog or your portfolio, what you have done, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to deliver. I didn't just talk about it, or I never delivered a promise. Well, I would say that I never delivered an episode that I couldn't promise, or that I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, demonstrate. If anything, I always just say to myself that, okay, I brought this person to the show or I invited them to the show, I didn't never get mad about them standing me up because it takes guts to get on this camera and talk. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Hell
I
yeah.
always said, I always said to myself, well, they couldn't do it. I could get somebody bigger or somebody with more status, but I never gave up on myself or never said like, damn, something wrong with me or I must did something wrong. But no, one door closes, another one opens.
I feel that.
That's how I always felt. But we can get there, and it's starting. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happens overnight, of course, but it's going to
Yeah.
happen. You know,
It,
as
it's
long as we.
definitely been it's definitely been revving up.
Hmm.
I've been witnessing it. Shit, there's so many people out here that's actually putting so much of their life energy into bringing everybody together. It's kind of it's kind of ridiculous, but it's like it's in a good way where ridiculous and like you wouldn't expect it from these people, but it's like fuck, like we need it. Like everybody need that type of shit. It's just we ain't had it for so long, and having it is that shit feel great, bro. Like shout out to Rico Rufino and
Hmm.
the foundation. Like it's so many and Dizzy Bates. There's so many people around here that's like really putting a lot of their energy into bringing everybody together. Just because a lot of us see the need for it, it's just nobody's. It take a lot of it take a lot of stomach to do that, like to
Hmm.
follow through with that type of thing, to try to deal with that many different personalities for one cause. So
Yeah.
I commend those type of people.
Oh, for sure, man. Because I tell everyone, because they just see the light camera action, but they don't see the behind the scenes. And
Yeah,
I tell everyone that it's not easy uh, absorbing so many energies a week, and I have to, keep in mind that this is for a good cause, it's for a good purpose, because I never said that I was just a hip hop platform.
mm,
I'm an everybody's
mm,
platform. That's why I didn't name it after myself or you don't see my face on my logo. It's a movement. And I wanted to just be able to just unite people. Because I have pretty much everybody from each side of town on my show, on my platform.
excuse me.
Are you good? To come over my house. You know what I'm saying? And they all respected me. They was just like, we know that you a Southside nigga, and you know what I'm saying. But we fuck with you. So we fuck with you because of the fact that you're doing a great thing. You're practically is bringing awareness to not just our city, but you showcasing our faces. You're giving us a platform to speak, and my shit goes all over the world. So I just tell everyone like we have to, you know, put a stamp on our city and rep our flag. We can't keep going to these different tri cities or Detroit, Lansing, Grand Rapids, and doing all this stuff. We need to start making noise in our own backyard, our own neck of the woods, to make those
Right,
people recognize us, because they ain't gonna take us serious. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna take us serious because it's like we trespassing. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
But I
Shit,
understand.
I would even say to that the like even when you do go out of town and like experience those different places,
Hmm.
I would just say like just take Saginaw with you in the spiritual sense.
Yeah.
Like I know that's why I put 989 in my name. So
Hmm.
where no matter where I'm at, I have to say I'm from Saginaw because people gonna ask me what that means. And
Hmm.
That's something I don't mind explaining. That's something I want to explain. So that's why it's there. Like, cause it happens. Like if I do go out of town, if, anybody who don't know what 989 mean, I mean, if you in the state, you know what the area codes are. But like, if you go a little farther, some people don't know what that means, and they end up asking you, like, "What's that?" And that's Saginaw, and I got to explain what that is sometimes, and shit, I don't mind explaining that shit. Like, that's why I'm here. That's how I look at it. I'm here to spread the motherfucking. I'm here to branch the city out. We all are.
Hmm. Yeah. And you one of the best and brightest, man. And like I said, like when we first met, bro, like I heard about you, you know what I'm saying, through Red and shit. Red been my best friend since sixth grade. So
Yeah,
I just saw y'all collaborating. And, you know, I know Red, like when he was young Red, when he was, yeah, now he's Charlie Red and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So I've been rocking with Red for a long time. So when I
Hmm.
heard y'all joint the project, I was like, damn, who is this
Yeah,
nigga?
yeah.
He pretty fly. He dope. So I knew I was gonna meet you eventually, but I didn't know how I was gonna meet you. But I'm happy I did. You know what I'm saying? And just
Likewise, brother.
oh,
Likewise.
thank you, man. And it's just how everything played out with our lives that, you know, he's an artist and I'm in the media game and stuff like that. Like we really,
Yeah, it don't
um,
really make sense.
mhm, yeah. And just the fact, like I tell everyone that manifestation is real. Like,
Oh,
you can be thinking
definitely.
about something, and because I pretty much met everybody that I always wanted to meet. I used to watch on TV, listen to on the radio, and just the fact like they know me personally. I sat here had a conversation with these people, man, and that's why I always advise everyone to not give up. Whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying, do it. You know, block out the noise, block out the negativity, the hatred, because at the end of the day, how would you know if you don't try?
Right, right.
So,
You're
but
gonna be
yeah,
the
bro.
bird sitting in the nest forever.
Hmm. But yeah, bro. I appreciate you coming through, man. I gotta
I
get something to
appreciate you
eat
having me.
before I pass out. But,
I feel
but
I gotta get some more water.
yeah, no doubt, man. We gonna do this again, man. And
Most
I really enjoy
definitely.
talking to you. And we just made history, man. Just set in stone
Most
now.
definitely. Most definitely. We're going to definitely do it again.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you
Yeah,
take
even on a
care.
personal level, we have to link up.
Yeah, man. No problem, man.
Yeah,
I will holler at you later. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna like, you know, pull up on me, man, you more than welcome to.
already, brother.
All right, man. You take care, man.
You too.
All right. Peace.